कैमराची बॅकवर घ्या मध्ये.
Right, the $100 million F-35 fighter jet that was stranded in Kerala is now finally heading home. Shiv Arur has been tracking all the finer developments for us. He joins us live at the moment. Shiv, we're hearing that the parking fee for this jet is being calculated as per the existing norms. It could be anything between 15,000 to 20,000 rupees a day as it finally now heads home.
Absolutely peanuts for any military in the world, Parmeshwar. But, these are pictures that are going to gladden the hearts of aviation enthusiasts everywhere. It's the first time in nearly 40 days that the F-35 is moving on its own power. Very, very wonderful shots from Thiruvananthapuram. We're going to try and get our cameraman to focus once again on the jet. That F-35B is on the move, probably lining up as we speak for a takeoff at this point of time. Remember, for 38 days now, the F-35 has been, either static out there on the tarmac. Okay, here you have live shots of the F-35 on its takeoff roll, about to depart from the Thiruvananthapuram airport. Okay. So that is the F-35B taking off after 38 days on the ground in Kerala. Beautiful pictures of this stealth fighter jet that had been crippled because of an engineering issue for nearly 40 days. Really precious moment to see the aircraft finally being able to use its own power to take off. Remember, there was always the possibility that the aircraft would have been bundled into a carrier aircraft and taken back to the United Kingdom. But now the F-35 is airborne. A fond farewell from the Thiruvananthapuram airport for this F-35 as it gets airborne on its own power. No small feat. Definitely a big credit to the UK engineering teams which have labored for nearly 40 days to get this bird back in the air. It has not been easy. It has been something of an aviation embarrassment, an ordeal as we're calling it. But finally that F-35 is back in the air. These beautiful pictures of that takeoff of the F-35 ending what has been one of modern aviation's most intriguing, most beguiling mysteries. How could such a advanced aircraft like an F-35 be paralyzed and crippled on the ground for so long, with no possibility of getting it in the air? But as we, as the first channel to report the F-35, have been reporting over the last 40 days, military aviation is anything but easy. It's not at all easy to ensure the kinds of safety margins required to ensure that aircraft like this can safely get back into the air. There have been hydraulic issues, engine issues, other air safety issues that basically meant that engineering crews from the United Kingdom had kept the aircraft on the ground because they didn't want to risk putting it back in the air. A huge amount of credit will have to go to the Indian Air Force, to the Indian government, to the Thiruvananthapuram airport authorities as well, to whom the British High Commission and the UK government are extremely grateful. The Royal Navy has thanked them profusely. There will of course be a small monetary fee that will have to be paid for the parking charges and the hangar charges, but that is a very small drop in the bucket in terms of the importance of today and the symbolism of these images. An aircraft belongs in the air. Seeing an aircraft on the ground is a sad image for everyone concerned, but to see it back in the air, India has extended a great amount of logistical hospitality to this aircraft for 38 days, and to finally see it safely back in the air is incredible. I'm sure everyone on the ground who's been part of this 38-day journey will be wishing it happy landings. This aircraft, we're not sure where exactly it is headed. We understand that it will have a few refueling stops before it heads back to the United Kingdom. Presumably, it will be headed to a NATO base somewhere in the Gulf, in the Middle East. Remember, there are many bases in the Middle East, in UAE, in Oman, and elsewhere, where the F-35 can be maintained and repaired. A closer inspection can actually happen to the aircraft before it makes a kind of hop, step, and jump to the United Kingdom. It will have to land somewhere in Europe as well for a refueling stop. We are not sure whether aerial refueling is a option at this point of time because the aircraft will still be operating at certain safety margins. But safe to say that the Royal Navy will be heaving a sigh of relief to see their bird, their beloved F-35, back in the air after 38 agonizing days on the ground in a foreign land. Not something that they would have enjoyed at all.
Shiv, as always, thank you so much for joining us with the lowdown. But for the benefit of our viewers, let's just take a look at that takeoff again.